big up to the UK scene. Very happy to see that all the belts are over here. You know, the other countries, the Americans look down on us for. Tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's pugilism, boxing algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Ladies and gentlemen, it's MKO, pugilism, talking all things boxing. Definitely. And right now, we're going to talk about, we're moving past this post-fight thing, seeing the Fury Wilder rematch, and moving on past that, I'm just going to ask some rapid fire questions to Kev. You know, we're just going to do a rapid fire thing right now. So, since he said he's ready,
I'm ready.
I'm going to start asking.
Round one, fight.
Right, so first of all, first question. What happens in a rubber match if Wilder exercises the rematch clause? So Wilder, as we know, he's got, I believe, 28 days to exercise an immediate rematch clause, so where he can call for Fury to fight him again. So if that fight happens, if he says, right, I want the smoke, I want this, well, what happens? What happens in that rematch?
I think we'll lose again.
Okay.
That's what I think will happen. Yeah, I think he will lose that rematch again. It's a bit too soon for me, you know, because of the way he lost the fight. You know, he got really battled up. He had what? I mean, I'm not sure how many stitches he has inside his hair because he was bleeding.
Yeah, it was cut quite severely.
Exactly. Nosebleed, mouth bleed, hair bleed. It was bleeding everywhere in his head.
Yeah, the whole thing, man.
And he looked exhausted. Like, you know, he looked fatigued. You know, it was going to take a lot of time for him to recover. I mean, the rematch have to be in summer around June. So I think...
Yeah, that's right. If he was to exercise that's what it is.
We're going to move into March now, in a couple of days, in about a week from now. So... Yes. Yeah, that's pretty soon. Like, he has to get back into training camp. And he's been fighting quite back to back. It's been quite busy.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
It's been busy. Yeah, and then he needs rest, and his body needs rest. To me, I would say no. But and if he did say yes to it, he will lose the fight. That's what I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'd be spot on there. The manner of defeat, the way he got beaten up, just sort of demonstrates to me that, you know, Fury's got his number, and especially if it was to happen right now, like in the summertime, I don't think that's enough time for him to reevaluate and reassess, because you know, it just wouldn't be enough, because I think mentally as well that must be a bigger blow than anything, you know. So going forward, let's say, for example, you're part of the bomb squad. Let's say you had Wilder's ear, and, you know, you could advise him on something. What would you say is the best thing sort of for Wilder to do now going forward? You know, how should he move forward as a fighter? You know, what should he do perhaps to improve, or, you know?
Well, I would just advise him to, if I was his close friends or good friends, I would just be real with him, you know, just be honest, because if you care about somebody, you tell him the truth.
That's right.
So I will call him and I'll like, bro, you know, you just need to change a lot of stuff in your fighting camp. You know, you need to spar more intelligently. You know, very like smart sparring. You know, maybe just working on lateral movement, working on end movement, defense, which I don't think they have. So all these Wilder defense is just stepping backward, going backward.
Yeah,
and you know, and just and leaning exactly. And you need to work on that. Just drills and drills and drills. Just drills it, like, you know, they have to go back to the basic. Use his jab more often. Use have to control the ring very often. So lateral movement. So when a boxer that put you under pressure is pushing you back, you just don't want to keep going backwards. That just push you into a corner.
Yeah.
You know, you want to sidestep. Use your lateral movement. You know, someone like Andre Ward is good with things like this. You know.
Phenomenal.
So, yeah, exactly.
Phenomenal,
you need to employ people like that into his training camp. You know, I would just advise him to do those things. You know, and yeah, that's my advice, man. Because if he can do those things really, really well, just little sidestep, head movement, working on how to block a punch. Sometimes even stand his own ground. You know, that's what someone under what can do. He can start against bigger guy like Kovalev did, stand his ground with him, you know, go to the body, you know, a little bit more.
And you still can't hit him as well.
Exactly.
With words,
and he uses lateral step, just little tiny little adjustment. You do it in the ring, makes you a great fighter. And then if he had that in his arsenal, if he knew how to do that, then I'm guessing he would do it because he doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah,
he doesn't have it. So those things I would advise him to work on in training. You know, not just training camp, but just in and day out of the gym. Every day that he goes to training, he needs to work on those things before training camp. You know, that's what I would advise him to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I would say even, you know, it's obvious he didn't have the basics down in that fight. You know, he was making a lot of sort of amateurish mistakes with his feet as well. You know, he looked off balance a lot of the times in the fight. So I would say even possibly look at a change in personnel, change in trainers maybe.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
I think the problem was big time for them that they didn't have a plan B. If Wilder didn't knock him out, you know, he didn't have anything else to go on, so he just had to keep taking a beating. He didn't seem to know what to do next, and I think that's one of the big things that he mentally upstairs he needs to know. Right, if my power punch, if my right hand doesn't take someone out, then what do? I think they need to work on contingencies. You know, what if this doesn't work? What if somebody doesn't succumb to my punch and power? Then what? You know, if I can't get rid of a guy, then what do I do? Needs to work fundamentals, basic skills, you know, and things of that nature. Go back to the basics, perfect your jab, your right hand, your basic punches, and your footwork as well, and your head movement, because he doesn't seem to have those things.
No, he doesn't.
So, moving on to another question. This is no longer about Wilder. So, who would now be the favourite and the A side, in a undisputed fight between the new WBC champion Tyson Fury and the WBA, IBF, WBO, IBO champion Anthony Joshua? Who would be the A side and who would be sort of the betting favourite?
Well, going into it, you'll feel like AJ should be because he has all this more belts, right? So, but just the way Tyson Fury won against Deontay Wilder this Sunday, taking his WBC belt, heavyweight belt from him, and just the fashion of the way he destroyed Wilder. I would say maybe Tyson Fury would be the A side, you know, instead of Anthony Joshua. Even Anthony Joshua has just a good resume and good fan base, and you know, is well loved in London and a lot of other countries as well. So I would say it should be, but now that before it was, but now that Fury's got this WBC belt and being the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division,
that kind of adds to it.
By not just by point, but by stopping him, you know. I think I think it would be the A side. That's my answer to that.
I'd have to sort of concur. I think it's interesting because I think technically Joshua is the one who would have made the most money, been paid the highest amount of money, but I think just because of that victory and it being in America as well, which is a big market, I think that would sort of lean it towards Fury if it were to take place in America. There would be more of a 50-50, I think, if it was held over here.
That's right.
Let's say if it went to Wembley, it would be sort of 50-50, I think. You know, and leading on from that, you know, do we think it could take place in America? And if it did take place in America, two Brits fighting, do you reckon it would still sell well?
Yeah, I think it would still sell. Like, I mean, both of them have the belt. That would be an undisputed fight, right?
Yeah.
So it was a huge fight. Yeah. So it would definitely sell. It would sell big time, you know, ticket, pay-per-view, everything, you know, it will sell. There will be a lot of people traveling to, if it was in America.
Oh yeah, the Brits always travel, that's the thing.
So you're going to have Brits that love Wilder, you're going to have Brits that love Joshua, so imagine that, there's going to be even more Brits in there than ever.
Yeah,
so they're both British fighters, so that's make it even more bigger than ever. So
and it's a world heavyweight title as well. So the essence on the term world. So it can happen in different countries, you know.
Yeah.
We've seen in the past Japan, you know, Philippines, all over. So who knows? Right, and now final question: who wins the undisputed fight if it happens soon? So let's just argue Joshua beats his mandatory Pulev, and you know, Fury waits around or whatever, and it all works out. It gets made. You know, Fury Joshua for the undisputed title. What happens then? Who wins that one in your opinion?
In my opinion, I would definitely go for Tyson Fury winning this undisputed fight due to his new way of fighting, new style of fighting. You know, being aggressive, putting more impact into his punch. You know what I mean? And putting this extra weight on, I think it works well for him. Who knows? Maybe that just works well for him with Wilder. You know, it might not work well for him with Anthony Joshua. But I feel like if you can work with Wilder, you'll work with Joshua too. What we do know, style do make fights, but I believe that this style is more effective, and I think it's more good for him. So instead of like going 12th round, trying to stop your guy, you're a big guy, you guys are heavyweight. If I want to watch a 12-round fight, I'll watch someone like Floyd Mayweather and some light welterweight fights. You know, I mean, those guys can still bang. Don't get me wrong. You know, but they're more likely to go 12 rounds. You know, so but yeah, I would go for, not to cut the long story short, I would just go for Fury.
Yeah, I think you can definitely make a valid argument for Tyson Fury. The momentum is sort of with Fury going, you know, at the moment. Obviously, what a win he had. But I would also say that it would not. I would say you could definitely also make an argument for Joshua.
Of course, yeah.
Because I think Joshua is a good all-round boxer and, you know, carries power in both hands, throws combinations very well. Strong legs, you know, strong body all around. And I think, you know, if he puts the intelligent pressure on Fury, or they meet head-to-head in the middle of the ring, you know, I think there's a few ways in which Joshua could do it. But again, you know, Fury being the enigma, the maverick that he is, you know, you could never, ever write Fury off. You know, Fury is the maverick, he's the enigma, so you never know with him. But there's definitely ways both fighters could win. You know, I wouldn't write Joshua off at all. And we really hope we see it. And last point, you know, all the belts are in over here in this country, United Kingdom. So yeah, we're looking forward to watching some big heavyweight fights with our tea and crumpets over here, you know, as we do, scones and all that. So yeah, big up to the UK scene. Very happy to see that all the belts are over here. You know, the other countries, the Americans looked down on us for a long time. You know, James Toney said, no fighters over there, they all bums. Well, now, you know, all the belts are over here.
Now
they're all over here, man.
Now you guys got to come here and watch the fight and watch it in our time.
On our time zone. But yeah, big up to Fury. You know, we hope all the best for Wilder as well, that he recovers and everything. And
that's right. Hope he gets better. Get back home safe to his family.
Yeah, that's like Tony Bell. Get home safe to my wife and kids. Get home safe to my wife.
Exactly. So all the best, man. You know, they go in and out for our entertainment. These two guys. So we all have to pray for them to make sure they're in good health. You know, after their fight.
That's
so,
right.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Comment down below. Subscribe.
Yeah,
hit that
let
subscribe
us know
button.
your things.
You know, let us know what you think. Let's communicate. You know.
Yeah.
So we are the MKO
Pugilism Boxing channel. All things boxing. Over and out. See you next time.